watching. Today's video is going to be a putting exercise, and this is a really tough drill, but it's going to work on two things. It's going to make sure you're striking the ball out the center of the putter, which is a really vital thing to start to get consistent roll off the face, so you know when you put X amount of energy into it, the ball will roll so far. And also it helps us start the ball more on line. So if the ball is striking the toe of the putter, it's more likely to twist open. If it's striking the heel, it's going to twist more to the closed. So we want to be striking the ball out the center of the putter for that reason. And the other thing this is going to do is make sure I can start the ball on line. So what I've got here is around a 10-12 foot putt. Now I've hit a couple of, just to get the idea of what break there would be, and I'm using a string line. You don't have to use a string line in this exercise, but I would recommend it. So you don't need something like I've got set up here, but 2 tent pegs or T-pegs and a bit of string will do the job, and it's obviously not going to cost you really anything to set up. So it's a great golf drill. So I've hit a few of these, and I believe this at the right pace to be 2 inches outside the left of the hole, curving into the hole, which is a slightly tougher putt. For me as a right-handed golfer, I tend to prefer right to left putts than left to right, and I think most right-handed golfers will agree with me. Left-handers tend to be the other way around. So these T-pegs, this is the real part of this drill. The 2 T-pegs here that my golf ball is between are just wide enough to fit the putter between. So I'm aiming to strike the ball and miss the T-pegs, and I've got my GoPro set up here, so you will see if I manage to achieve that. You know, this is a tough exercise, so I might well muck up at 1 or 2 here, but I'm hopefully going to get one where I succeed and miss both lots of T-pegs for you. So this drill is strike the ball, miss the tees. I know I'm hitting out the center. If I hit the inside T-peg, I know I've struck it out the toe of the putter. If I strike the outside T-peg, I know I've hit it out the inside of the putter, off the heel. So it's going to make sure I do strike out the center. And these 2 T-pegs up here are just wide enough to fit a golf ball through. So I'll try and demonstrate that. So there's just enough room to fit the golf ball through and miss the T-pegs. So I've left just only a couple of mil really from the edge of the golf ball to the T-peg there. You could start off and make it a little easier, maybe a ball and a half width, but as you get better at this, and if you are a more advanced golfer, definitely bring those T-pegs in so you can just fit the golf ball through. That's going to show me, can I start the ball on line? If I can strike the ball out of the center of the putter and start the ball on line, that's a big chunk of putting. I would say the only other 2 skills you really need to master are green reading. So allowing enough slope, allowing enough break for the slope, I should say. So starting to read whether it's left to right to left, etc. From there, and pace control. And they do go hand in hand, because the firmer I hit it, the less break there will be. So I have to think first of all of the pace I want to hit the ball at, and then how much do I want to read into that. So how much left, how much right. They are 2 vital parts as well, but this drill is working on the 2 other areas. So I'm going to go ahead and hit a few and try to obviously get the ball down my string line, but more importantly, I'm trying to miss these T-pegs. So I've got a black line on the ball just to help with alignment and for the visual of the camera, although looking at it, it's not quite right. And I'm trying to line up the line on my putter, the line on the ball, the line on the string line, and hopefully miss all the T-pegs. So I missed these 2 T-pegs here, which meant that I struck the ball out the center of the putter. It felt pretty good, but I struck the inside T-peg, which means I pulled the putt slightly. So I'd know that my club face is a little closed, and it deflected off to the right because of that. And again, it's not a flattering exercise, this, but it's a great one just to find out, do you have a consistent fault? Do you consistently pull it, push it? Is it inconsistent? And of course, it's a drill that the more you practice, the better you're going to get at it. So hopefully, oh, it's the same one again. So 2 in a row. There's pressure on me now. Push the T-peg slightly out of the ground. So pressure on me now. I've hit 2 identical putts where I've struck the ball out the center, but pulled the ball slightly. So they've just started a smidgen to the left. Really got to do this one now, haven't I? So try and miss all the tees. Well, there's something to be said for consistency. That's 3 in a row where I've struck that inside T-peg. It's not a drill you're going to have a huge success rate at initially. You know, I'd say if you can get 2 out of 10 to start with, you're doing okay, and then try and obviously increase that. So if you can get the next one, the next one, the next one. Right, I've got to really, this is my last chance saloon. See if I can miss those tees. I did say to you how tough an exercise it is. I haven't made it easy. That felt better. You can see it's still struck the inside tee. So I've got a bit of putting work to do here, and it's deflected off to the right, but it's actually got further up there and not as deflected. So I actually felt like I only just kissed the inside of the T-peg. This is a tough drill. It's not one where it's going to fill you with a ton of confidence before you go out on the course. It's not something I'd recommend just before you step on the first tee. But if you've got a bit of time to practice your putting away from on-course time, it's a drill that tells you, are you striking out in the middle? I know I am, but I'm pulling the ball, so I've got to work a little bit harder on why that is. I know that when my putter goes back, it tends to go back slightly in and slightly closed, so I need to allow that putter to feel like it actually opens a little bit more in my backswing. That's my putting work, but that's going to give me this drill of, am I getting better, am I getting worse, am I staying the same? Know what you're doing in your practice. It's a great drill for you guys to improve at home. If you did enjoy the content video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. It is for free, and new content every Tuesday and Thursday at 5:30. Thanks guys, we'll see you soon.